With Burns?
Oh, God knows. You know what? We're sitting with Burns. We have an incredible cast. We have the best script I've read in a long time. It's wonderful. It's just, it takes a bit to get that together because essentially it's about an 18th century poet, you know, a Scottish poet that we in Scotland think the whole world know, but they don't. And but it really has that kind of Shakespearean love feel about it as well. It's very funny and it's very moving, and but it's just going to. I think it's going to happen next year. That's the plan. You know that it's just it's one of these movies that's made up of a lot of different tax funds. It's very complicated. I don't even know how that goes, but it should happen next year.
Now there was a rumor on the internet that they were reworking the script. Is that true?
No. No, yeah, I mean, yeah, but not in any major way. You know, they're always putting kind of little touches to it. It's just got better and better. The first script I read was like 170 pages long, which, if anybody knows, is a bit long for a script. It was one of the best reads I ever had in my life. It broke my heart to take things out of there, but now we have it refined, and it's just all the best stuff is in there, and it's really a beautiful story of an artist, an incredible artist, and a passionate and sexy human being.
Isn't it a little intimidating playing him, though? Because, I mean, everyone in Scotland looks up to him.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, but it's intimidating playing the Phantom of the Opera. It's intimidating playing Dracula, Attila, and it's a matter of degree. It's intimidating taking on these roles, but I love that. I love a challenge, so you kind of hope that at the end of the day people go, oh, wow, he did do it. And you also know you never have a movie that everybody loves or a character that, some people, and I think the more of an angle you take on it, the more intensely some people will love it and the more other people will dislike it. And rather than doing something watered down that you're trying to please everybody with, so we're definitely taking an angle on Burns. My name's Rachel, by the way. That's me they're screaming at. Yeah. So I'll be there in a minute.
Is it going to be totally filmed in Scotland?
Yes, absolutely.
And what do you think about them casting?
Garden.
What do you think about them casting Julia Stiles, who isn't Scottish, in this role?
Fantastic. It was me. I was in Iceland. I was filming, and so was she. And I suddenly thought we had this talk about Burns. I never even thought of her until afterwards. And then I went, because she knew so much about Burns. She was so curious about him. She's perfect for this role. I gave her the script and she called me up and she said, this is the best script I've read in such a long time. She said I'll do craft service on this movie. And she's been incredibly patient with us because the movie's been pushed and pushed. I love her. She's a wonderful human being and she's such a talented actress. So to me, that's the best. She's the best thing that's happened to this movie.
Well, with it being pushed and pushed, have you guys lost anyone that was signed on to it?
Well, we don't know yet because what happens is once we finally, say, right, we're all going, then we find out who we've got and who we've not. But I often find that when you lose people, you so often end up, it's like me with movies that I lose, I get depressed about, and I end up getting one that's even better. There were movies I lost before Phantom, and if I'd done them, I wouldn't have been able to do the Phantom. And likewise, I just got a movie that I wouldn't have been able to do if I hadn't lost the one before.
Well, what movie?
I'm not telling you because it hasn't been announced.
What's happening with Beowulf?
But it's huge.
No. Okay, wait. It's not. You're not going to be playing James Bond.
No.
What's happening with that?
It's just finished. It's going to be premiering at the Toronto Film Festival, and I haven't seen it with the music, but I can't wait to see it because, again, it's great to pick very specific types of movies and types of characters, and this is such an unusual and poetic and beautiful and weird story, that's it's so not like anything Hollywood would throw up, and we filmed in Iceland, the most impressive landscapes I've ever come across, so you have all of that in this.
Who's the target audience for that?
God knows, quite an intelligent audience, I think, though, because it's actually very deep and spiritual and really, it's really a metaphor for racism and human ignorance of other cultures. That's the kind of angle we've taken, and in the end, it's very profound. And we find we've set up a website for it, and if you look on that website, the people that go on that website are all very literate and well read, and no, a lot of them, no, some of them hate me.